MGTOW brothers, this is NeoEyeBeLeave, and I'm coming to you with a different style of video today. Today I thought I'd reach out to the new guys, or those who are in the so-called medium state. You know, they understand that there is something terribly wrong with the society they live in, yet they have not taken the red pill yet. They haven't quite understood that they have a choice of freedom. I want to reach out to those new guys. So you live your life day by day and you assume that everything's okay. You've been told that, you know, all you gotta do is follow these set of rules here, those set of rules there, and everything will just fall into your lap, right? Maybe you believed this for many, many years, like many of us who were lost before the red pill. And maybe you caught on before others that something's just not right. You immediately notice a sense of misandry. Misandry is defined as hatred towards men. That's something you probably pick up as a child. You kind of understand it and see it in your day-to-day life, TV shows especially. And you begin to notice that society itself runs on this same sick, twisted method of misandry. You begin to notice that no matter what you do, you are always vilified for basically being a male. I mean, a woman could do the same thing you did and there would be no chastising. There would be no repercussion. But you do this and somehow you're the bad guy. Okay, that's actually misandry. Okay, don't believe for a second that that is normal. That's all part of the system. The system has a very strange agenda that is to confuse all men, to mentally cripple men, to hurt men, and this system is the same attitudes, more or less, that has been adopted by virtually all Western women you interact with on a daily basis, women in the workforce, probably women in your family. So what we have now is what I call a machine. I call it a machine because it is a cold, lifeless, soulless monster that was constructed to do one task. This particular task seems to be to demonize men. Now, let me tell you why I believe they have targeted men. It is not in our nature as men, as males. It is not in our nature to be weak. It is not in our nature to be lemmings. That is, those who follow everyone else around and they don't have a mind of their own. However, weakness and easily corruptible are two traits that women have and always had. With this, I believe the powers that be, this machine, this anti-male sickness, I believe they are using the tactic of destroying society's women. Because women at large will vilify the red pill. The red pill stands for truth. The red pill stands for morals. The red pill stands for integrity, justice, what have you. These are things that women vilify and try their hardest to ignore. Do you understand? These traits are honorable. And with honor comes the abolishment of things like pretension, things like fiction, things like imagination, things like deception. These are all things women feed off of. Women are inherently soulless by nature. This is not some type of attack against women. This is an understanding of who they are at birth. Now, the reason they shun these traits is because a woman needs evil and deception to fulfill her narcissistic pride. What do you think makeup is? Makeup is a facade. What do you think wigs are? Women who wear wigs and weaves. That is a facade. This is the thing women thrive on, to feel empowered. Lies and lies and lies. So we see a connection as to why this evil, misandric machine has decided to use women as its soldiers. And women jumped right on board. This isn't some massive brainwashing tactic. The powers that be introduced the idea, hey, how would you like to have everything with zero responsibilities? All you gotta do is destroy your family units, destroy your men, destroy your communities. Oh yeah, women were given a choice. Think of it as the red pill being the truth, the goodness, the light, and think of the blue pill being corruption, deception, evil, Satanism, and you can bet women sided with the blue pill. There is something going on that is keeping men in a state of confusion, or trying its best to. But this machine, this anti-male agenda, it cannot destroy the male nature. It cannot even begin to touch the essence. And truth is out there. There is a group, an ideology of awakened men who understand that truth is the most powerful asset in this world. We are spiritual men. We are independent men. We are awakened men. We are knowledgeable men. We are called men going their own way. Our acronym is MGTOW, which is pronounced MGTOW. Now, men going their own way is a group of men who refuse lies and deception. We refuse it. We vilify those who spread nonsense and lies. And we welcome only men who have taken the red pill and acknowledged that there is a problem. And together we help build each other spiritually, mentally. We help each other grow beyond this prison that is our modern society. This place is sickness. MGTOW is the therapy. I want you to do your own research, new guys, about MGTOW. You're going to find men who have been victimized by this society. You're going to find men from all walks of life. Within your community, within your hometown, within your country, overseas, each with a different story, but we all have the same exact conclusion, that our lives are meant to be free. Our lives were not meant to be controlled by evil, man-hating women and a society that thrives on robotic nonsense. When you watch the TV, that is confusion. However, when you turn to YouTube and you view videos about MGTOW, that is information. That is truth. That is research. That is an awakening. Something we cannot achieve in society. That being said, you often have MGTOW who have gone underground, or perhaps they live as a hermit. Not all MGTOW are like that. There are some who are extroverts, and they might have a personality that's booming, a social life that's vast, and you would never know they are MGTOW aside from their actions and their beliefs. You know, they might be MGTOW in the sense that they don't believe in marriage because they understand that marriage is a terrible deal for the man. Marriage is a trap in order to imprison a man, especially his mind, and to extract resources such as money, such as his health, from him to benefit the ever man-hating woman. That's all marriage has degenerated to today. And you young guys understand that marriage is a bad deal. I think with every generation, the men understand that marriage doesn't make any sense. But you do have extroverts who are just social butterflies. And you also have more introverts, those flying solo, or perhaps they live hundreds of miles from urban metropolitan areas. Perhaps they travel quite like a nomad, and they're never really quite settled in one place. There are men from all walks of life in the MGTOW community. We are proud and we are strong, because this sick society cannot touch us. Becoming MGTOW is closing a very misandric system from access to our mind. And for this, we are not easily accepted by the mainstream. And with this comes childishness. We are often vilified as losers, involuntarily celibate, truly forced to be lonely. Oh, the shaming language goes on and on and on. They can't get enough of pointing their finger at the men who are free and saying, he's the bad guy. The guy over there thinking for himself, refusing to fall into the trap that is marriage. The guy not letting women ruin his life because he's walked off the plantation, so to speak. The guy going his own way, yeah, he's the bad guy. There is this mentality that if you refuse to play this obnoxious losing game, that you are the bad guy. That's where the shaming language is, and that's where it stays. There's no reasoning with any of our shamers. They senselessly just name call. They are so upset that there is an option and that we were brave enough to take this option to not play ball in this evil game. Oh, they're hurting that we decided we're not playing. We went against the grain that society has set up for us. We broke down walls in this obnoxious labyrinth, this maze to get to nowhere. This climb up this ladder that leads to nothing but more climbing. We broke free from that. So you new MGTOWs, I want you to understand that MGTOW is strictly a lifestyle for men who have wakened up. For all men who have wakened up. MGTOW is not concerned with religion. MGTOW is not concerned with ethnicity or race. MGTOW is not concerned with social class. MGTOW is not concerned with geography or what country you're in, city, what have you. We're a brotherhood of truly awakened men who are walking away from women and the gynocentric hell on earth. Research the videos, brothers. You are not here by accident. And no matter how many times the evil, man-hating society tries to tell you to go back to sleep, you refuse. You refuse their demands. You refuse their deception. You refuse it, brother. Going back to sleep is not the solution, and it will never be the solution. If you have to walk the path of the righteous awakened MGTOW, and that path leads you alone, then that is a life a million times richer than a life of deception, of fakery, of lies, of hurt, of oppression. You are not here by accident. I am not here to teach you by accident. Wake up. Give the system hell. Show them that you are a soldier. And you stand for all that is truth. And all that is male freedom. Wake up and strike utter fear into the feminist, misandric machine that has for many, many years oppressed you and all of your brothers and all of your fellow men all around you. Their time is done. We welcome you, brother, with open arms. Take the red pill. Discover with your own experiences the fulfilling life you were meant to have. It is then, only then, will you be able to point and laugh at this disgusting, female-centric society. Your awakening is now. So I humbly invite you. Wake up, shake the system up, and prosper, brothers. Thank you, and believe.